All right, welcome everybody. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing Friday and why this day is so incredibly important. As they have said, it is coming and get ready. We have a lot to talk about here in this video. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on. All right, as I mentioned, Friday, only a couple days away as of right now, and a lot of things may be changing on this day, including the piece of legislation that are currently in the possession of lawmakers right now, and they want to get all of these passed on or before Friday. Well, again, that's what I want to bring to your attention here in this video because this is going to impact virtually everybody to some degree, and why I certainly want to let you know about this because these are implementing potentially some major changes out there to a lot of programs as well as those people who are living on a low income or fixed income benefit. Again, I have a lot to talk about for you here in this video. Let's get into it and talk about the details of this legislation one by one and what this may mean in a matter of just days here as they start passing these through. Now remember as well, just because they want to pass it on or before Friday does not necessarily mean that it's actually going to get done, right? We've seen this so many times before out of lawmakers. They say, get ready, everybody. Oh, get ready. Here it comes. Here it comes. We're going to do it tomorrow. And then they don't do it, right? We've seen this so many times where they psych us out, they get us all jacked up and ready, and then they say, oh, just kidding, we're going to go on vacation, just kidding, right? So anyway, I want to talk through the details because this must happen. Something needs to happen on or before Friday, and again, at least that at a minimum, otherwise there's a lot more to come as well. Either way, let me talk you through the details. But really fast before we do, if you have not done so yet, do yourself a huge favor. Make sure to subscribe down below. It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you right by your side every single day, doing all the research, breaking it down into these short videos, advocating on your behalf, and helping you out in any way that I possibly can. Things are changing rapidly right now. It's a confusing time out there, and I've got your back. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Thank you for being part of the community. I truly do appreciate literally every one of you. We've got to stick together right now. It is a rough time out there. Again, thank you for being here. Please subscribe down below. All right, let's talk about Friday. Okay, now first up, I'm going to explain a couple different things here. If you want to stick around for the entire video, that's cool. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too, but I just want to let you know this much. I'm going to be talking about multiple different topics that are very different, okay? However, they're all coming down to Friday, and it's all separate pieces of legislation that are out there now, and again, going to impact everybody, and it's going to be specified on certain groups of people as well, okay? So, like I said, a lot of different pieces of legislation here, okay? Here's what it comes down to. Friday. This is the date in which, way back on January 19th, they passed this legislation pushing out basically short-term government funding out until Friday, okay? They need to have some type of government funding package in place. Otherwise, we're going to be going into, guess what? A partial government shutdown if they don't do this. Seriously, just by the way, for the record, they were supposed to do this way back in September. Yes, they were supposed to have this done before October 1st, the beginning of the new fiscal year, 2024 fiscal year, that started on October 1st of last year. So we're sitting here way out here, basically at the end of February, beginning of March, and they still have not done their work from September of last year. Seriously, this is nuts, okay? But anyway, as a result of the government funding bill, okay, so here's their couple options. They can do another short-term package, push it out for a couple days, couple weeks, maybe a month or two. That is option number one. Or they could do a long-term deal out until the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30th of this year, okay? So it's honestly not even that far away considering how much time they've wasted trying to get this done. Okay, so that's the big picture here, okay? If they don't get it done, we may go into a government shutdown, okay? That's number one. Now, here are the other secondary piece of legislation that they're trying to attach to this thing as well, okay? Think of it this way. You might be wondering, okay, just really fast, let me give you a quick analogy. Think of like a big whale swimming through the ocean. I'm going to tell you this much. I don't know much about the ocean. I don't know much about whales. I'm not a marine biologist by any means, but let's just stick with me on this, okay? So you've seen the documentaries out there, right? So you see like a whale floating around. What does it have stuck to it? It has all these like barnacles or whatever, little things that are stuck to it, right? So I know it's a weird analogy, but think of it this way. The full year fiscal budget for the federal government is like the big whale swimming around. That's the big whale. And then what do they try to do? They try to attach all these little barnacles to it, like a little piece of legislation, and they try to push it through as one big piece altogether. They do this all the time. This is not unheard of. They do it all the time, okay? But anyway, so here's what they're trying to attach to it. 3 different changes out there that they're trying to implement right away. Number one, is the extension of the ACP. Okay, I've talked about this before. Remember, the ACP is the Affordability Connectivity Program. This is the one that offers free internet for 23 million households right now. Okay, it is out of money as of April. In fact, back on, what was the date? February 7th, I believe was the date. Okay, I could be off by on that a little bit. I believe it was on February 7th. They stopped taking applications. No more applications. They are out of money as of the end of April. It's ending, the ACP, the free internet. However, they have a $7 billion package out there. It's called the Affordability Connectivity Extension Act. That's the name of it, okay? But basically what it is, it's a $7 billion package they're trying to include to push out the ACP out until the end of this year, possibly or even into a few months of next year, 2025, okay? If they can't get this attached or if they don't do it as a standalone, guess what? The ACP will officially be over as of the end of April, okay? We've got like 2 months to go here, and they're trying to attach that as barnacle number 1, okay? I know, weird analogy, but you kind of get my drift here, okay? All right, so that is piece number 1 that they're trying to attach and get that done by Friday. That would be very, very nice for 23 million low-income households who are getting free or reduced internet as a result of the ACP, all right? So that is number 1. Number 2 is the expanded child tax credit payments, okay? This is a legislation they introduced way back in early January. The House of Representatives passed it, I don't know, a month ago? I don't know the exact date. It was about a month ago, give or take a few days. The House of Representatives passed it. They pushed it onto the Senate. The Senate did nothing. They've done nothing with it so far. They're just sitting on it, okay? So they want to attach this one as barnacle number 2 onto the big old whale there, and they're trying to get this done by Friday as well. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to get this one done by Friday. They've waited all this time. Why would they do it by then, okay? I do think they will pass it, but I don't think that one's happening on Friday. I'm just saying, okay? But that would be the expanded child tax credit payments going back retroactively to last year, 2023, and would raise it, the refundable portion, from $1,600 to $1,800, and it would also raise it to $1,900 this year and $2,000 next year for 2025, okay? All right, and barnacle number 3 is massive changes to the SNAP benefit program, also known as food stamps, supplemental nutrition assistance program, or sometimes even referred to as EBT. Now, this is a piece of legislation they introduced probably about a year and a half ago or so, but they're trying to bring it up and attach this to the federal spending bill that has to be passed by Friday as well. Now, what do they want to do? They want to eliminate the purchasing of sodas, candy, and other sugary drinks and foods. Seriously, this is what they're trying to do, okay? So they're trying to bring this back up and they're trying to attach it to the bill on Friday. Now, here's the thing as well. There are 43 million people all across the country who do receive SNAP benefits, food stamps, or this food assistance every single month right now. So here's the thing. It's kind of interesting. I've been reading about this a lot today, thinking like, okay, like what's the detail about this? And look at, how would they implement this? How would they, monitor what people are buying, things like this? And literally the articles I was reading about this was actually kind of funny. They're like, the cashier at the grocery store would now need to be the food police. Seriously, that's what they're saying about this, okay? So it's kind of a joke here, but it's seriously, I'm not like saying like it's just a joke, it's not real. It is a real thing. They're trying to do this, okay? So they want to basically eliminate the ability to purchase sugary foods, again, candy, pop, soda pop, whatever people call it. Again, there's a lot of different names for it, but basically just eliminating this, okay? So that is what they're trying to attach to all this. So as you heard me say earlier at the beginning of this video, this can impact a lot of people in a major way if they were to pass through a lot of these pieces of legislation and actually do something about this, because there's a lot of people out there that receive these types of benefits. Again, the ACP program, 23 million households, SNAP benefits, 43 million individuals, as well as the child tax credit payments. That's 120 million households that are out there that are potentially eligible for that. Again, a lot of people, right? This is a huge, huge change here, not to mention anything else in there that's possibly being added that we may not know about quite yet, right? But anyway, we'll have to see what happens here. All of these are just like big wish list items. Who knows if they're actually going to attach them or not. But either way, I still want to bring these to your attention, because if they do, get ready, things are going to be changing for a lot of people in a major, major way. Anyway, this is what I have for you as of right now. Of course, I'm going to continue watching everything very closely. As I get more information on any of it, I'll bring it to your attention immediately right here in these short videos. So again, if you have not done so, subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Share the video with your friends on social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel, including those linked down below in the description. Those I've hand selected those as well as the top of the comment section. Some are there as well, or in the video library. You can check those out, or the ones you see on your screen now. Check those videos out as well. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later.